duck is a staple of Asian cuisine and, trust me, a big favourite in the Ramsay household. So today I'm going to show you how easy it can be to cook with this delicious protein. And more importantly, I can get this done quick, in 10 minutes. This is my teriyaki glazed duck breast. Right, Oscar, pan down, please. Duck, super lean, super delicious. Never be worried or scared about it. It is really incredible. Beautiful teriyaki sauce, bok choy, a little bit of sesame seed oil, toasted. We've got some buckwheat soda noodles, finish that off, and these beautiful plums, okay? But yes, they've just become in season, and we're gonna glaze them. Make a beautiful sort of sweet and sour glaze and finish that with some white rice wine vinegar. Right, let's have 10 minutes on the clock. Now, secret to cooking a great duck, I promise you, is in the pan, okay? 2 dimensions. I want to render the fat down, save that duck fat, but more importantly, let the duck rest. How do we do that first? Crisscross the skin, okay? And all that does then is start to break down that fat, okay? Don't go through the fat into the actual meat. Just go through the fat, crisscross, and what that does, it creates all these little diamonds, okay? And you'll see them opening up. Season it really nicely, okay? Salt, pepper. I've got some pink peppercorns in there as well, okay? Which is a really nice, fragrant way. Look at those things, they're so beautiful. Hit them into that skin, okay? This is where the flavor really starts to sort of take on a different level, okay? Do this literally 5 or 10 minutes before you cook it. Never cook it ice cold, okay? Let it get up to room temperature, let it relax, and season it first, beautifully, and then into the pan. Once that pan is starting to smoke, lift up the duck and lay the duck in and away. No fat, because I want the fat from the duck later, okay? From there, in she goes. All those wonderful seasonings, don't throw them away, get them in there. Don't waste. Now, start off with a high heat, a little bit of seasoning on the back there. I just let those ducks sit and naturally caramelize, okay? Once you've got the heat and the colour in the pan, turn the pan down, okay? 90% of the cooking of this duck is going to be done skin side down. We don't cook it on the meat side, that's where it goes dry. So, turn around, look, flip, seal, gas back up, okay? You can see it starting to sort of almost caramelize. The smell of those pink peppercorns is beautiful. Down here is my duck fat. That's beautiful. That's the money. Don't you dare waste that. Turn that back over and literally let them sit there and cook. Now, once you've got the heat in the pan, turn that pan down and let them sit there. For the plums, gas on. Again, non-stick pan. These are beautiful, honestly. Obviously, plum and duck goes brilliantly well. Knife around, 180, twist, and then literally cut them in half. Again, in. And don't worry too much about taking the stone out now, because the stone can come out later once it's cooked a lot easier. Sometimes you waste too much time taking the stone out. It breaks down the plum, rips it to shreds, but trust me, once they're cooked, the stone just pops out, so don't worry too much about that. I always like to get a little teaspoon in there and literally just pull out that lovely little stone there. I'll do this now, pull out. Use the tip of the teaspoon. It stops you from cutting in and wasting too much of these beautiful plums. Now, once you've got that done, okay, this is where the magic starts. We're going to start making a beautiful, amazing caramel. Brown sugar into the pan. Just dust the pan. Pan down, please. Oscar, we're going to make a wonderful caramel, okay? Now, just off the heat, there's enough heat in there. Take it off, you start to see that literally bubbling away. Look at that. Beautiful, really beautiful. From there, I'm going to pop in my star anise. That's going to give this really nice, beautiful flavour to my plums. In goes the plums, very careful, okay? It is incredibly hot, so be careful, okay? Plums go in. And now we're starting to caramelize beautifully. Back onto the heat. That sugar's breaking down, and it's starting to form a beautiful caramel. We're getting the sweetness coming out of the plums, which is giving that really nice texture to that beautiful plum. Now, for the exciting part. In goes a little bit of butter, okay? Turn the gas down, and we start literally making this caramel now. The butter starts to cool that down, and look, gas comes right down. Don't turn those plums yet, okay? From there, a little bit of rice wine vinegar in. It bubbles away. The smell, it's almost like a beautiful sweet and sour plum. So tasty. Now, look at the ducks, please. Have a look at that. That skin is so crispy, beautiful. The secret behind a great duck breast, okay, is leaving it to rest. Whenever you rest the duck, it's so important that you don't slice the duck piping hot. Slice it piping hot is going to spoil it, all the goodness goes out, and you leave the goodness on the board. Leave the goodness inside the duck. Now, those peppercorns, it's almost like a sort of bit of a Szechuan pepper. Check out these beautiful caramelized plums. Now, I get my spoon, and I very carefully use the pan and turn them over. But look at that. They're caramelized, they're starting to break down. That rice wine vinegar has formed this beautiful sort of sweet and sour sauce. And then from there, touch more butter. And just start building this out now, okay? We don't want the plums to over-reduce. Gas back up, touch more white wine vinegar, okay? Now, my duck is half cooked. Time, please.
4 minutes.
Jesus Christ, you just say. 4 minutes gone or left?
4 minutes left.
Right. Now, turn the gas right down, okay? Get your teriyaki glaze and just beautifully glaze that over those duck breasts, okay? Now, look. Glaze that round, and look what I'm going to do. I'm going to sear in that glaze. What does that mean? It's exactly that. I'm going to roll that round, that duck fat, in and in. And that's going to caramelize that glaze and literally give more flavour to my duck. Now look at the colour of that skin. Look at that, beautiful. If you just put the glaze on there and leave it, it doesn't really do much. Glaze it and caramelize that glaze. Now, one more turn, and we're there, okay? Because I'm going to rest these duck breasts for at least 2 minutes. So back over, on, and glaze. Beautiful, really beautiful. Nice. Now, off with the gas for now. Take those breasts out, okay, and literally let them sit there. Don't you dare throw that away, okay? That duck fat is money. Take your bok choy, okay? Turn off the gas and just let them sit there now. Bok choy, cut it in half, scotch it up, and roll it through, okay? I'm gonna saute this in the duck fat. Why? A, it's bloody delicious, and B, we don't waste that fat. In goes the bok choy. Beautiful. Bok choy cooked in duck fat is a win-win. Now, in half again, and slice it through. Bok choy is such a delicious garnish for the duck. It's quite a substantial spinach. It's fibrous, it's delicious. Up with the gas. Now, the flavour coming on there is going to be incredible, okay? Touch of seasoning, just a touch, pepper, salt, a little bit of butter in there, okay? Just a touch, and I want half bok choy and half noodles through there. So, flick that through. How long, please? 2 minutes to go. Coriander in, sliced. I'm going to put a little fleck, just a tiny fleck of chili flake in there. Coriander in, and then look, a little hint, just a touch of sesame oil, okay, in. And now I'm going to start folding my noodles through there. Drop them in, toss, okay? Drop them in and toss. Don't just clump the noodles in there, otherwise you won't incorporate the bok choy. Turn them in and toss. You can see over the years I've become an amazing tosser. Now, in and toss. And boy, have I had practice. In and toss. 60 seconds to go?
60 seconds to go.
Thanks for coming. Now, look, I've got that nice even distribution, okay, of my Amazing. Delicious noodles with the bok choy, and they're incorporated in there. That sits on the plate generously, and I mean generously, okay? Beautiful, really beautiful. Then you take these beautiful plums, and then literally from there, your resting duck breast. Don't you dare slice this thin. All you do is just literally slice that in half, and look, you sit that on top. And honestly, a touch of sauce on there, and I promise you, Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your auntie. And that is a beautiful, delicious duck in 10. To all of you, thank you for watching Ramsay in 10. If I went too quick, I apologise, but slow it down. Now, don't forget to pick up Ramsay in 10 cookbook inspired by this series. And trust me, you're going to come out a much better chef. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my amazing YouTube channel for more. Good luck.